A very good morning, students. Welcome to English class. So far we have seen lesson 1, that is meeting Suzanne, and we have seen some book exercises, isn't it? So I have given noun exercise as a homework, right? So here is the answer. So those who have written wrongly, just correct it, okay? Coal is a material noun and we can call it as a common noun also. So material, firewood compound, heat abstract, Skyway Airlines proper noun, fleet collective noun, intelligence abstract noun, cunning abstract noun, watermelon common noun, and we can call it as also as a compound noun also, okay? Fruit salad compound noun, highway compound noun, Thar material noun, audience collective noun, excitement abstract noun. So abstract spelling is APSTRACT. Okay, abstract. Then compound, COMPOUND. So many students have written COMPAND, compound, POUND. Okay, so be keen with the spelling. Okay, students. Now all of you turn to the page 7. Okay, turn to the page 7, and there you have one book exercise from the same lesson. Words in use. Find single words from the text which mean the same as these. That means here is a meaning. Okay, here is some words. So we have the same synonym word, that is or the single word meaning. Its meaning is in the paragraph 3. Okay, in the third paragraph. So we have to find out and write down here. Okay, crushed noisily. So meaning of crushed noisily. Shall we see in paragraph 3? So here is paragraph 3. So crushed noisily. Meaning. Where is the meaning for crushed noisily? You have to find out. See here. Which is the word? Crushed noisily. Crushed noisily is crunched. That means Yannick crunched the paper cloth. Yannick crunched the paper tablecloth, isn't it? So crunched meaning crushed noisily. Crushing also kasakiradu. Okay. So crushed noisily. When we crunch the paper, when we crush the paper, it will give some sound. That sound is called scrunched. Okay. So the meaning for crushed noisily is scrunched. So you have to write like this. Okay, scrunched. Next one, second one. The small amount are parts that remain of something when most of it has been destroyed. The small amount are parts that remain of something when most of it has been destroyed. That is, remains of what destroyed. If something is destroyed means some remains will be there. No, மிச்சம் இருக்கும்ல, ஏதாவது ஒன்று destroy, அதாவது அழிஞ்சிட்டு இருக்கு இல்லை எரிஞ்சிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, so something will be remaining, isn't it? So அதுக்கு what is the end? For that, what is the name? So that answer is also in paragraph 3. Shall we see paragraph 3? Here is paragraph 3, and for some reason he grabbed and try to pull out the remnants of the burning paper tablecloth. That means remnants means remaining of what is destroyed. That is, tablecloth is destroying in the fire, isn't it? So its remaining is called remnants. So that is the meaning. So we have to write this word in the second. Third question. Walking while taking long firm steps. So while walking we will take long firm steps. So for that walking we have separate name. Shall we see what name it is? It is in paragraph 8. We will go and see what is the name. Here is paragraph 8. Can you guess? Then Uncle Bruno came striding towards us. Yes, striding. So striding means walking with long firm steps. Okay. So we have to write down striding here. STRIDING. Striding. Okay. Fourth one. Said something in a quiet voice such that the words weren't clear. Saying something in a low voice within ourselves. Okay. we can call it as murmuring. Okay, but in paragraph 13, these words meaning is there. Shall we see that? Yes, here is paragraph 13. Then you shouldn't blame him, should you, for something that was your fault. Say sorry to Yannick now. She mumbled. So what's the meaning of mumbled? She said, that is Amandine said sorry within herself, without loud voice. She said to herself. That means she said in a low voice. So the meaning of these words is mumbled. M-U-M-B-L-E-D. Mumbled. Okay. Then frightening in appearance. Frightening in appearance. So while seeing, we will get frightened. So that is called, we have to search it in paragraph 19. So here is paragraph 19. You just search it. Surrounded by the vast and threatening forest. Okay, threatening means while seeing that we will get frightened, isn't it? That is called threatening. Okay, பயப்படுற மாதிரி இருக்குது பார்க்கிறதுக்கே. So பயப்படுற மாதிரி இருக்கு அந்த forest. So that is the thing, threatening. So here we have to write T-H-R-E-A-T-E-N-I-N-G, threatening. Threatening, E is there. Okay, threatening. Next one, from the same page, we are going to see idioms. Okay, so what is meant by idioms? Idioms are fixed expressions with meanings that are not easy to guess from their separate words, though the context or situation usually helps. Here, idioms means it is a fixed expression with meanings that are not easy to guess. We couldn't guess with the words. Okay, but we can guess it through the situation or context of the text. Okay, so in Tamil we call it as solavadaigalnu solluvaanga, seriya? Okay, let us see in the sentence. Always look on the bright side, said Uncle Bruno. So we have seen in this, we have seen these lines in the text, isn't it? Look on the bright side. What is the meaning of look on the bright side? Means it doesn't means that பிரைட் சைடு இருக்கிற இடத்துக்கு பார்க்கறது இல்லை, பிரைட்டாக இருக்கிற இடத்த பார்க்கறது கிடையாது இதுக்கு மீனிங். வாட் இஸ் த மீனிங் ஆஃப் லுக் ஆன் த பிரைட் சைட்? மீன்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் ஹோப் ஃபார் த பெஸ்ட் இன் பேட் சிச்சுவேஷன். ஓகே, ஏதாவது ஒரு பேட் சுச்சுவேஷன் நம்மளுக்கு வந்தாலும் ஹோப் ஃபார் த பெஸ்ட், பேட் சுச்சுவேஷன்லேருந்து எப்படி வெளியே வருதுன்னு பார்ப்போம். அதுதான் லுக் ஆன் த பிரைட் சைடுக்கு மீனிங். புரியுதா? ஸோ this is called idiom. Okay, we couldn't guess it by seeing the words. வெறும் வேர்ட்ஸை மட்டும் பார்த்து we couldn't guess that it is இதுதான் மீனிங் அப்படின்னு கெஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ லுக் ஆன் த பிரைட் சைட் மீனிங் வந்து hope for the best or in a bad situation. Okay, here are some more idioms with look along with their meanings. Okay, we have so many idioms using the word look. Okay, look up to, look like the cat that ate the canary, look to one's laurels, look high and low, from the looks of it things, from the looks of it or things. Okay, so on your right hand side you have the meaning for it. Look up to meaning, not look up to means not looking up. Okay, it means to admire someone, to admire someone, to that means we are admiring someone, that is called look up. What is meant by admire? We are respecting on someone's duty, we are respecting on someone. Okay, that is called admire. Look like the cat that ate the canary means இதுக்கு கேட்டுக்கும் இந்த சென்டென்ஸ்க்கும் சம்பந்தம் கிடையாது. பட் look like the cat that ate the canary means to look very pleased and satisfied with oneself. So pleased, to look very pleased and satisfied with oneself means we are very pleased on ourselves. Okay, ரொம்ப satisfied-ஆ feel பண்ணுறது, that is called that is the meaning for this idiom. Look to one's laurels meaning to make an extra effort in order to succeed. So giving more effort to succeed, that is called look to one's laurels. Look high and low. High and low meaning look in every place possible. That means we are searching or we are looking in all the places which is possible. Okay, so that is called look high and low. From the look or looks of it or things. From the look of things or look of it means based on how things look now or seem to appear. Based on how things look now. So, இப்போ எப்படி இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறத பார்க்குறது. Or seem to appear. Okay. So, these are all the meanings. We have these idioms in our dictionary also. Here in the dictionary you may find, if you search for the word look means, you will find the idiom. So idiom will be written as idiom. Okay, here idiom is there, no? So these are all idioms. Be just looking, be looking to do something, look bad, not look good. These are all some other idioms with the word look. Okay, so we have to search idiom like this. Okay, these are all the meaning. So these are all the meaning and this is idiom. Okay, so idiom and its meaning is given here. Okay, like this we have to, if we use the dictionary means, if we are searching for one word means we have to see the idiom also. Okay, so by this we can learn to use idiom and we can use this idiom in our sentences. Now let's look into the book. Okay, so we have know the meaning of these 5 idioms, isn't it? Read these sentences and understand the situation that they appear, that they describe. Then complete them using the correct idiom with look. You may have to change the forms of the idioms in some cases. Forms means verb forms. So there will be some verb form or subject verb agreement form while writing idiom. Okay, first let us find out which idiom is suitable for question number 1. When Jitin found out that he was the only one who had solved the puzzle, he dash. So when Jitin found that he was the only one who solved the puzzle, so he was the only one who solved the puzzle means how he will be feeling. அவனோட ஃபீலிங்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும், அவன் மட்டும்தான் பசிலை சால்வ் பண்ணியிருக்கான். ஸோ அவனோட ஃபீலிங், how will be his feeling? Can you guess? Yes, look like the cat that ate the canary. So which means to look very pleased. He feels very satisfied, isn't it? So we have to write the idiom here. So this is the correct idiom for question number 1. So he, actually the sentence is in past tense. So you have to write down the verb in past tense. So look like the cat that ate the canary. Look like the cat that ate the canary. We should not write look, okay, because the question is in past tense. So we have to use the idiom also in past tense, only the verb. Okay, then second question, the supplies haven't arrived yet and the workmen are away for the weekend. Dash, we will be able to finish painting the house only next week. So here the supplies haven't arrived, the workman is also on their weekend. We will be able to finish the painting only next week. Next week only we can finish the painting. So what will be the correct answer? Yes, from the looks of it. That means supplies varla, workmen also are away for the weekend. They are away, they are not here. So from the look of it, on seeing things, அநேகமாக இந்த ஹவுஸோட பெயிண்டிங்கை நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக் தான் முடிக்க முடியும். ஸோ ஃப்ரம் த, ஸோ ஹியர் starting sentence, okay, from the look of it, comma, okay, from the look of, already comma is given, from the look of it we will be able to finish the painting the house only next week. Okay, now third question, I couldn't find the book even though I dash for it. So I couldn't find the book even though I dash for it. Even though I dash for it means, so which will be the idiom? Yes, look high and low. Look high and low meaning look in every place possible. That means I'm searching the book wherever it will be. Okay, I'm looking for the book wherever possibly it is in that place. No, so that is the answer. I couldn't find the book, that means past tense, so you have to use past tense. I looked high and low. You should not write I look. Okay, high and low. Okay, next, fourth one, as the participants in this year's dance auditions are all very good, I have to dash if I want to make an impression upon the judges. So, there is a dance competition. In the dance competition, the participants are dance audition. There was a dance audition. In the dance audition, participants are too good. So, here one participant is saying, I will have to dash. So, I will have to dash if I want to make an impression upon judges. That means to impress the judges, I have to do what? Work hard, isn't it? So, what is the meaning? Look to one's laurels, to which means to make an extra effort in order to succeed. So, you have to write, I will have to is there. So, look only we have to. Before to infinitive, we have to write only base form of the verb. That is only the verb. Look to one's laurels. Okay, look to one's laurels. So, final question. I think Hima Das and Deepa Karmakar have achieved such great things as sportswomen. I really do dash them. So, these two sportsmen have achieved great things as a sportswoman. So, I really do. That means I was attracted by them. That means, what is the meaning? What is the idiom we have to use? I look up to. Yes. So, I really do look up to them. That means I admire them. That means that I admire them. Okay. Students, here is the notes for prose 1 meeting session. Okay. So, synonyms. Synonyms means meanings. Okay. Flipping, turn over the pages. Okay. So, we can call it as turn over the pages. Admires, to respect or approve of someone. In, hotel. Rushing, moving with urgent haste. Striding, walk with long steps. Tuttered, made a sound expressing annoyance. Annoyance means எரிச்சல் ஊட்டுற மாதிரி சவுண்டு கொடுக்கறது. சரியா? அனாயன்ஸ்னால் எரிச்சல் படுத்துகிற மாதிரி. சரியா? That is called tuttered. And then mumbled, speak in a low voice. That is murmuringனு சொல்லுவோம்ல, அதுதான், அதுவும் சொல்லலாம். Then cross, angry. Furrowed, marked with lines or wrinkles. Wrinklesனு நம்ம ஃபேஸ்லலாம் சுருக்கங்கள் வரும்ல, அதான் wrinklesனு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ furrowed means furrowed brows அப்படின்னு லெசனில் பிடிச்சிருப்போம். தட் மீன்ஸ் இஃப் வி டவுட்டில் ஏதாவது பண்ணோன்னா நம்ம நெத்தியை சுருக்கணுன்னா, இஃப் வி ஷ்ரிங்க் அவர் ஃபோர்கெட்டை நம்ம வந்து சுருக்கணுன்னா we will get this mark. அதுதான் furrowed. Wandering, traveling aimlessly from place to place. ஸோ சும்மா அங்கேயும் இங்கேயும் அலையிறது. தட் இஸ் கால்ட் wandering without any aim. எந்த வேலையும் இல்லாமல் எந்த எய்மும் இல்லாமல் ஜஸ்ட் அங்கேயும் இங்கேயும் அலையிறது. தட் இஸ் கால்ட் wandering. Okay. Now antonyms. Ordinary, special, that's opposite. Okay. Famous, unknown. Now, then. So now na இப்போ, then na அப்புறமா. Then stopped, continued. Wet, dry. Wet na, that means moisturizer இருக்கிறது. That means ஈரமாக இருக்கிறது, dry. Then forget, remember. Blame, forgive. Blame na யாரையாவது பழி போடுறது. Then forgive, மன்னிக்கிறது. Threatening, reassuring. So threatening meaning யாராவது பயமுறுத்துறது. Reassuringனா பயத்தை போக்குறதுன்னு சொல்லுவோம்ல. So that is called reassuring. Fast, slow. Puzzle, clear. Puzzleனா குழப்பமடைஞ்சு இருக்கிறது. So this is only puzzle, clear. Okay. Now frame sentences of your own. You have to frame your own sentence. This is your assignment. Okay, this is your today's assignment. So blame, you know, that means யார் மேலேயார் பழி போடுறது. That is called blame. Famous, you know. Mumbled means murmuring. Upset means you feel very upset on hearing any news, on hearing any bad news. No, so that is called upset. Wandering, you know the meaning. Send it. So this is your assignment. This alone you send it. These notes you write down in your classwork. Okay. This also you write down in your classwork, but take photo only, frame sentences. Okay. And send it in the group. Now, question answers. Answer the following questions. Who was going to visit the inn? Was he someone important? How do you know? So here is your answer. You have already write your own answer. If that is enough means you can stop with that. If you don't want means you can, if you want means you can write down this also. Okay, you can include points from this also. Okay, so here is the answer. Next one, second question. Why did Amandine try to remove the burning tablecloth from the fire? So here is the answer. You have already written answer for these questions, but till then you just see it. If you want to write this answer, you can write down. Okay, copy down. If your answer is wrong means you just copy down this. Okay, then third question. Did Amandine think her father would be angry with her for the burnt tablecloth? What tells you this? So here is the answer. You just copy down. Next question, fourth question. I thought she was going to lie. Who is the speaker talking about? Why did he think that she was going to lie? So you can write down the question. You can write down the answer. Okay. Next question. I had worked out exactly what to do and how to do it. What was the speaker going to do and why? What does this say about him? Here speaker means Yannick. Yannick dana first person adula pesittu irukkaru. So that is Yannick. So these lines are from the book. Okay. So here is the answer. You just copy down. Okay. Coming to paragraph. Here for this question you have to write by your own. Do you think that Meeting Cezanne is a suitable title for the text? So Meeting Cezanne is the suitable title அப்படினு கேக்குறாங்க. Do you think? So what is your opinion? Why or why not? If you say that it is suitable title, இது suitable title தான் சொன்னீங்கன்னா ஏன் அப்படிங்கறத ஒரு paragraphல எழுதணும். Why not? இல்ல suitable title இல்ல அப்படினா அப்ப என்ன title வைக்கலாம், எதுக்காக வைக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கறத you have to tell it in detail. Okay, கொஞ்சம் detail ஒரு one paragraphல you have to write. Okay, so you write this and keep it in your classwork. Okay, this is your assignment. This alone you send it in the group. Okay, no need to send the paragraph. So up to this the notes has finished for lesson 1. Okay, thank you students.